Greetings, fellow cyberdogs and fellow Minecrafters and fellow mine squatches all over the world. This is the Lakaba with the Lakaba Presents Let's Play Minecraft 1.8 Riverbend. You will note that I did not go hardcore, and that is because you may have noticed that there has not been a video from me for nigh on a week now, and you may have thought to yourself, my goodness, where is the Lakaba? Well, not with that voice. You might have thought, where's the Lakaba? Or you might, great God, where's the Lakaba? But whatever voice you thought it in, the last week has been spent doing some major work that would have been boring as all get out for you guys, but pretty exciting for me. And having spent an entire week in a Minecraft month doing this work, I just could not risk losing this. And so I have gone through the process of changing this map from a hardcore map to a standard vanilla map, though we may crank up the difficulty, set it on a more difficult level. But let's just start with the Minecraft high five with a tasty carrot in your face. Alright guys, well let's go out and see what the last week has been all about. You remember that when we left our last adventure, what we had done is we had just gone through the process of moving the Smith sisters into their lovely new blacksmith. Smith and Smith blacksmiths, no job too small. Smith and Smith blacksmiths, no job too big. And we had put in some level glass for them and made sure that they were safe and happy in there. I don't know about the happy part, but they definitely got the safe part. But this is what the last week has been all about. The full expansion of Riverbend. Check this out. Not only, remember that Riverbend came to here, right here. This was where our fence was. Not only did I extend it all the way out to the river. After all, the town is called Riverbend, so it should take up the entire bend of the river. So not only all of this out here, but look at that, guys. Now you know why it took me a week. Cutting down the high spots, filling in the low spots, deciding where I wanted the various points of terracing to be. And look at this. It's huge-mongous now. We should be able to build our entire town of Riverbend and possibly even expand it even farther. Maybe make a lovely bridge across into our flower forest and do a little more wild exploring now, since we don't have to worry about meeting our demise. Though we are going to have to place a bed now. That is one thing though. But as you can see, I removed all the trees and the low spots and the high spots, and we left it natural outside, you know, where all that caveage is and going on to the river down that way. But I'm just getting started here. I harvested and shifted the location of our dark oak trees over here and added in some lovely flowers around our water features here. Not sure what we're going to do here, but we can finally set about the process of starting to build the various businesses that are specific to our villagers. Just like we had the blacksmithy where we have moved the Smith sisters, we are going to be wanting to do the exact same thing for our librarians and our priests and our butchers and our bakers and our candlestick makers. And we have something else pretty neat that we need to do as of the beginning of this. For you see, this is a very rainy place. And during the sunlight, of course, I would be doing as much clearing as humanly possible. But during the rains, when the mobs were heavy, and also at night, what I was doing is I was fishing. And finally, my luck was with me, and I managed to catch enough tags that we can finally name the Dirty Half Dozen. Now, who are the Dirty Half Dozen, you may wonder? Well, that's 5 plus 1. And the 5 are our doggesses. Hello, doggesses. I know it's been a while, hasn't it? I have been doing all this work. Well, guess what? We are going to start with Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Guess what? I got something for you. Pow! There we are. Miss Rosie has her tag. Rosie is not only named after the color of her collar, but she is named after my friend Rose from the Cyberdog Nation server. And here we go. This is Goldie. Hey, Goldie. Pow! There you go. Goldie's named after the name of her collar, and that's all she's named after. But here comes the tag for Mr. Blue. Hey, Blue. Excuse me, you guys. Pow! There we go, and Blue has his name tag. Sit, Blue. And then comes our dear friend Violet. Miss Violet, here is your tag. Pow, there you go. And of course, last but not least, is old Slick. Hi, Slick. Pow, there we go. So Rosie and Goldie and Violet and Blue and Slick, they all have their name tags. If you guys want to take a walk, you haven't been out in a bit. How about that? We can all take a walk together, because we need to go see Mr. Mo. That's right, because that is our last tag, is for our dear, faithful mule, Mr. Mo. Hi, Mr. Mo. I have got something for you. Pow! There we go. Mr. Mo has his name tag. Now, these guys have not yet been named, and I don't know if I will keep them in here. I may just release them out into our lovely giant area that we now have. But I thought it would be awesome to finally be able to put the name tags on our folks here. Rosie and Goldie and Violet and Blue. All right, and of course, Mr. Slick. But now, what I have done is I have made two types of gates. I have made birch gates and I have made oak gates. And the reason I have done them in two colors is because I want my outer gates to be nice and visible when we're outside the walls. And our inner gates, of course, it doesn't make so much difference. But I need to decide where it is that I'm going to put in our gates. And we're definitely going to have some on this side. Ha ha. And we may have to bring you home, Miss Mo. But, all right. We're just going to make some decisions here. So, the back side of... Oh, I hear you, Mr. Spider. Ooh, you guys must see a skelly, huh? Yeah, look at him run. Yeah, the dirty half dozen. That's these five and Mr. Mo. But, I need to decide where it is I want to put in the gates, and I wanted to have one kind of central here on this wall, and then we've got some gates already on the upper part that I left the original fence intact up there, but I was thinking that maybe we need a gate, I don't know, down here on this side of things, and I think this is where we'll start. Watch out, guys. We will start with a gate there, and then of course we have to have our inner gate. Hey, you! How'd you get in here? Get him, guys. Wipe him out. Show him what happens when you mess with the Squatch. Especially when you mess with the dirty half dozen. Who was that? That was Violet, and Blue done whooped him. Alright. And so we've got a gate there. In fact, we're actually going to have to double gate that so we can get in and out with horses. So let's just do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. So, okay, watch out, guys. Now, Violet, you're in my way. Violet, you're in my way. Violet, you're... Oh, Slick, of course. You guys, come over here. Come over here and look at the tree. Isn't this an amazing tree? Don't you think you just need to mark that tree? Oops, except I just made Violet sit. Violet, come on. You guys can be such a pain in my rear. Come on over here. Thank you. Now we'll go over here and get it in. But I'd rather have them for security. I must have a dark enough spot here somewhere that Zambi was able to get in. So there we go. There's the first gate. I do have a few torches with me, and I usually mark the gates with torches. But yeah, we've had a lot of success. And as my pal Hawkeye stated, I think I've demonstrated that I have the skills to survive in a hardcore map. And so I don't think that it's a terrible sin for us to switch it over to a standard map in order to ensure that we don't lose all the hard work that's been done here, especially after spending the last week getting this all landscaped. It was so much digging and placing, and I knew it would just be boring as watching paint dry. So that's why there hasn't been a video, because I didn't want to put you guys through it. But let's see here. Trying to decide where the next one should be, because we want to be able to get out easily in the multiple directions here. I think it's going to be over here. We're going to have to do some whackification of the zombies over here, I think. Ooh, fancy footwork, Mr. Zambi. Now, as you guys may or may not know, if you attack with a bow, the Doggesses do not get involved in the combat. It's only if you get hit or if you actually attack with a melee weapon that dogs get involved. Oops, I'm gonna need these. Here he comes, guys. Whoop him. Here, I'll punch him. There you go, get him. You guys gotta have some fun too. Good job, guys. You are some mighty, mighty doggesses. Alright, now, come back over here, guys, so that you're not getting in my way. Excuse me, Blue. There we go. And get those in place. Fantastical. Alright, so we've got ourselves a gate going there. Now, over on this side of things, pretty much all the way around, you can see it's actually, it's 2 blocks tall to keep the mobs out. Plus, we've got our double fencage going on here, and this is the sneaky spot right here. This, because of the way I've got this with that dirt block right there, it means you can hop up on the fence, but it's the only spot that you can do that along here. And I think on this side, we're not going to worry about any fences. Or fences, gates, just because the odds of us exiting on this side are very, very rare. And, well, I thought about here. Whoops, except now I'm inside the fence. That didn't work out good, though. That was something I did not expect. Well, okay, there you go. I think we just had the decision made for us. We'll have to put in some sort of, I don't know, ramp or something here. But, yeah, I know, I had some of you inquiring as to how come I had not been putting out any videos, and now, yeah, I know. Because I had a lot of really boring work to do. Let's convert some of this dark oak here. And we'll just, for now, we'll just build it up with a little bit of dark oak. We'll eventually put in some proper steps and stuff. But for now, just to ensure we can get in and out, we'll do this. Alright, guys, you got to move out of my way, though. Excuse me. Right, there, and there. And there we go. Now we can get in and out. Whoa, and so can he. No! Here he comes, guys. Rotten bugger. There we go. Is he down? Oh, yeah, nope, he's still there, huh? You were one sneaky creeper, that's for sure. They are well named, because he creeped right up on me. Crept up on me, I guess is more properly the term. Crept. Slick. Slick. You sure are just... And these guys just kind of volunteered to hang out in here, these horses, while I was getting this done. So they've ended up as part of the family, whether I intended them to be or not. There we go. So, I do believe that that is our start. I'm thinking I might do a gate and some ladders over on this side, possibly. But at this point, I think that's all the gates we're going to do. Make sure that's solid. Are you guys happy to be out and about for a change? I hope you are. I've started sinking the jack-o'-lanterns in here for the sake of light, because lots of area out here to get lit up. Didn't want to use my glowstone for it initially, just because there's going to be a lot to do here, and we're not completely sure where we're going to be building everything. But I think now it is time for us to do a little planning. Because of course we've got our house up here, and that's Leverly, and we've got our fishing pond. Though I may now make myself a much bigger fishing pond. I've always wanted to make a great big round one that's big enough that when the fish swim in and you get the indication in the water, that it starts in the water instead of in the ground. But we can finally come and collect eggs from this side of the chicken coop, which means now we can always make sure we get all of the eggs. See, that's the reason I use this design, is because it ensures we can collect all the chicken eggs. And see here, how many we get? Just one. Oh, stingy chickens. Stingy chickens. But let's go look at our villagers and let's see who all we've got so we know what kind of businesses we have to build. Go over here and say hello to Gilligan and Ginger and everybody. Hi guys. You know, I have not been able to figure out what became of our third golem, quite frankly. I don't know if it's because I shifted our two ladies over there, that one of them despawned, but Gilligan and Ginger are still here, but the third golem is not here. But alright, so we have, I believe these guys are priests, right? Yes, okay, he's a cleric, yes, which is a priest. And you are a leather worker, okay. And you're a cleric, and you're a librarian, you're an armorer, a butcher, and a librarian. Oh, okay. And knock these out. I put this in while I was moving them. So I didn't realize we had a third smith sister. And a librarian, and a librarian. Gosh, we got a lot of librarians. Another leather worker, another librarian. Librarian and librarian. Gosh, guys, we have gotten an awful lot of librarians. We may have to build the Great Library of Alexandria or something. You be careful out there, Violet. But okay, so one leather worker. Looks like two leather workers, huh? Yes, you guys, you're just... What are you doing in there, Blue? Blue's hanging out because this one smells like beef. Alright, so... Yeah. We don't have any of the blue aproned villagers. I just realized. Just realized that. We don't have any of the... Oh, I wrecked one of my taters. Of course, the golems have been wrecking the taters too. So you guys are considered to be armorers rather than blacksmiths, huh? We may have to change the sign. Toolsmith. Oh! Armorer. So actually... Yeah, I didn't know that. That there was that differentiation. So you are a toolsmith and you are an armorer. So we have two armorers and a toolsmith. That's interesting. You know what that means? That means what we should really do is we should have this here for our toolsmith, and then we should build a proper shop for the armorers. Let's see, we'll need to build a bookstore, I think, maybe. A bookstore and a library. But I think since we have only one or two clerics, that maybe the first thing we should focus on is our church or temple, whichever we want to decide it should be. Now, I've been thinking that what I may do is actually take this down, like make steps going down and actually take this level down some, just to get us a little more room. Now that we've expanded, I wanted it to be kind of terraced to keep things interesting, but where should we have our clerics? All this space, I just don't know. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Whoa, teleporting dog. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. We are, believe it or not, out of time. That is our 20 minutes already. Isn't it astounding how fast the time goes when we're playing Minecraft? I think that we should start out with our sacred spot. I think maybe, what do you think, church or temple? I mean, everybody builds churches, but nobody builds temples. We could build a temple to Bajango and the Minecraft gods. I've always wanted to do that. You know, we've got this lovely area over here with these two pools and our dark oak trees. And the cleric's kind of a little weird anyway, collecting zombie flesh. Maybe what we should do is we should build a temple in this area. I don't know. I'm going to have to think really hard about this. I'd love to hear some suggestions from you guys about what to build. So we know since we've got our toolsmith, and we're going to build our armorer, I think we need to build a library. I'm almost tempted to convert this house into a temple because it's very temple-like. All right, that's right. Everybody, come on back in here. It's time for us to settle down. Come on in here, guys. Come on, that's it. Good girl, Rosie. Oh, jeez, Rosie. Didn't mean to toss an egg at you. And Violet and Slick, everybody's in. You guys, I'm glad I was able to take you out for a walk. Good job of whacking those mobs. Well, guys, I'm going to have to put some serious thought into this because, oh, goodness, we've got so much room now I can't even begin to imagine. And guess what? Guess what? You are going to be here, and we are going to make an armor shop. Wow. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me, Delakaba, for Delakaba Presents Let's Play Minecraft 1.8 Riverbend. And if you would, please give me some ideas about what we might do. I think a temple to Bajango and the Ender Gods would be a pretty neat thing to do. And I think we're going to have to build like a major library, like maybe almost like a monastery or something. Maybe that's an idea. But I'd appreciate if you guys give me some input. But all right, my friends, I am headed out of here. So here's Minecraft High Five with a Squatch hook in your face. Excuse me. Apparently it doesn't want to give you a high five with just a Squatch hook. We must need some dark oak in your face. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.